Before we get started, please like, thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more Will Smith news. Comment Navarro emasculating memorial. Unnamed August Alsina co-host Ana Navarro said she believes Jada Pinkett Smith will fall these bombs. He only sells books he finds unpleasant, and later claimed he believes Will Smith is an emotional prisoner. Jada Pinkett Smith was asked about Ana Navarro's frequent comments and memoirs on The View, and she said it proves Navarro didn't do her homework. I'm reading a book. He also addressed why August Alsina's name was not published despite their entanglement. The Red Table Talk star was Charlam the God's guest on the latest episode of The Breakfast Club, where she did not hesitate to respond to Navarro's comments as well as other critics of her new memoir, Worth. Okay, if he takes the time to read the book, you know? I think if you just want to read the headlines, I can see how that could be confusing, Pinkett Smith said. But the book is here. She added that skeptics can actually read 2 books because it also includes her husband's memoirs. Pinkett Smith added, people have a right to their opinions. I always know that anyone who says that hasn't really done their homework. However, Pinkett Smith is not surprised by these reactions, because her headlines and clickbait were created by writers. She said, Will knows what it is, and I know what it is. My kids know what it is, and more importantly, God knows what it is. Really, that's all that matters to me at the end of the day. In the end, though, she's aware of the negativity surrounding the book, Pinkett Smith says. She doesn't address it or even keep track of who says what. Instead, he says he'll leave it. And, let me tell you, I've been there, and, as he said, I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't have it. I was there thinking I knew about titles as such. He said he didn't think he could condemn others if they did the same to him. Navarro did not hesitate to talk about Pinkett Smith's memoir several times on The View, and another host claimed on October 11 that the actor was deliberately dropped these bombs just for the sake of selling books, which he said he found inappropriate. Later that month, on October 23, celebrity memes were part of the show, a Hot Topics segment, and Hot Topics, Navarro said. He's done with Jada, and stands up for Will, because Will supports him. I think Will is an emotional prisoner, he declined, saying. But do you know why? These are private matters. He also confirmed that he had not read Pinkett Smith's book and had no intention of doing so. I don't want to read the book, she told host Sunny Hostin. I don't want to give them a dime to embarrass him in front of some people. Although Pinkett Smith has been outspoken for most of her life, she was also asked on The Breakfast Club why one of the most famous names associated with her family was left out. Despite the recent famous clash between Pinkett Smith and August Alsina, his name is never mentioned in the book. When Pinkett Smith was asked about this, she said, I felt like she had been through enough, and I just wanted to be very respectful. And I actually did that. Pinkett Smith first spoke about her relationship with Alsina when the singer mentioned it in a 2020 interview. Will Smith then joined Pinkett Smith at the Red Table, where he dropped the infamous entanglement phrase to describe how their relationship ended. Pinkett Smith may have avoided mentioning Alsina by name in her book, but she briefly discusses their compatibility as a vague reference to Hans Christian Andersen's cautionary tale, The Red Shoes. Like the girl in the story who is content with her red shoes, unaware of their destructive power, until taking them off becomes torture, I wanted to make up for lost time and reclaim my younger days, by Pinkett Smith. The premise of the story is that when her dancing begins, so does the orphan girl. She can't take off her red shoes no matter how hard she tries, he continued. The only way to stop dancing is to cut off his leg. Watch the full conversation between